Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weatherboys podcast. I'm Derek Kevra. That is Alan Longstreet, and together we make up the Weatherboys. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, man, great, fantastic.
Kids back in school? Your kids are back in school?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready for that 4-day weekend already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that because you weren't sure when we were going to post it and you didn't want to date the...
No, I don't care about that stuff. No, are you kidding me? No, I should care about that, but I don't. No. Yeah, all is well. They're crabby as ever, and at school for a few hours.
Dude, that first day.
Yeah.
Did I tell you how my son acted?
Bring it, man.
Oh, Lord Almighty. So, okay, my son going into second grade. He is 7 years old, and they always say that, like, the first couple of days going back to school, it's a huge adjustment for kids. And our guests today probably know this well, too. But huge adjustment for them. Like, emotionally, they're back into the routine of, like, waking up, going to school. They've got a whole new set of classmates. They got a whole new teacher. Things are different.
Yeah.
What kids are not great at is expressing their feelings sometimes. And so what happens in our family the first couple of days, these kids get home from school, and they're very just dicks.
Sure.
I can say they are. They're just little tiny jerks.
Yep.
And you're like, why are you acting like that? So, for example, first day of school, my daughter had to decorate her journal, like her poetry journal.
Sure.
The cover.
On day one?
Yeah.
Day one. You're hard hitting out there, man.
I would have been fine with summer homework.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, give these kids some work to do.
Oh, you're terrible.
But so she's working on printing out things that are meaningful to her. So she's like printing out a picture of Taylor Swift and taping it on the top. No pictures of mom and dad.
No.
But she's doing that, and he's just messing with her.
Yep.
He's over there. He's like pushing the mouse when she's trying to use it. And so she's yelling at him to stop.
Sure.
And then mom chimes in to like, dude, knock it off.
Right.
And as soon as mom says, quit it, he looks at her and he just does it again.
Of course he does. Right. Yes.
Total defiance. So now dad's got to come over and be like, okay, let's all just
get the belt out over the leg.
No,
I get it. I get it, man.
But we had just given them like a first day of school pack of Pokemon cards because they love Pokemon cards.
Sure.
And I looked at my wife and I said, I don't know, should we just take the Pokemon cards away? And my son, without missing a beat, goes, do it.
That's the worst. You're done.
You
screwed yourself over. You can't let him hear those words. Calling your bluff. You didn't want to do that, did you?
I absolutely didn't want to do it. I was just kind of spitballing. And I look at him and I'm like, what? And he goes, do it. I don't care.
Sure.
I was like, okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So I guess I'll take him away.
Sure.
So I take him away and he leaves and I go up into his room to talk to him. And I was like, bro, mom didn't really care that you were touching the mouse. What really set her off was when she said, don't do that. And then you just did it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he doubled down.
Of course he did.
And he's like, so what? I was like, well, so what? That's what got you.
For those who don't know, this is cute little boy age. This is not 14-year-old. This is tiny little 7-year-old, sweet little baby angel eyes.
Yeah, which is why it was so surprising.
For sure.
Because he's never done this before.
He's the sweetest kid.
And in the back of my mind, I was like, I know he's had an emotional day. Mm-hmm. And
plus, he's got you as a dad. You know what I mean?
I know he had an emotional day. And I knew he just didn't know how to handle his feelings.
Sure.
But also, I was like, you're a dick.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, why are you acting like this?
Absolutely. Yes.
So it was tough. The first day, the second day, much better. So now we're on day 3. So I'm sure it's all progressing fine. But it's a reminder that these kids don't always know how to handle their emotions.
You told me that story, and that's like every day at my house. I mean, luckily I have girls, so it's different in the fact that like I don't want to put them in a headlock. Yeah. I always wanted, of course, like I always wanted a boy, but that father-son dynamic, I have to imagine evokes some different emotions. I can get mad at my children, but then I look at them like, oh, you cute little girl.
Yeah.
She's my sweet little baby angel. You know what I mean? Like it would be different, I feel, if it were a boy.
And you know what else was? This was the first time this had happened, but it was like boy-girl thing. Is even when my daughter and I have gotten in a fight about something, 5 minutes later, I'm like, can I have a hug? And she'll come give me a hug and we'll be able to move on.
Yeah.
And so with my son, I was like, can I get a hug? And I literally went in arms up and he scoots under my arm and runs away.
I thought you were going to tell me he socked you or something. I don't think he kicks you in the groin.
Underneath and off he went.
Sure.
And I was like, wow, this kid is... Okay. He's feeling some feelings.
Oh, bro, you got the next decade of escalations at times, I imagine. Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited for the time when I can say, go to your grandma's house. And he can drive himself there.
Right. He's going to listen to you think, at that time?
Well, probably grandma and grandpa, they'll spoil him. They'll give him whatever. Okay. So it's fine. They'll let him mess with the mouse if they wanted to. All right. So our guest today, we are very excited about this couple here. Today on the podcast, we are talking with Kevin and Stephanie McCarty, the husband and wife duo from Michigan, who turned their passion for family life and storytelling into a YouTube channel that has captured millions of views. From documenting everyday moments to building a full-fledged online community, the McCartys have taken their Midwest roots and grown them into something that resonates far beyond Michigan. We're going to dive into how they got started, the challenges of creating content as a family, and what it is like to balance marriage, parenting, and being digital creators in the public eye. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the McCartys.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, thanks so much for having us, guys.
We're so excited to talk to you guys. We've got a lot to talk about. But if anybody's watching this, they may have noticed a little magic in the studio here. Alan jumped
very close to
from over there.
It was painful.
Can we? Yeah, and this is gonna have to be like for the. It's cute at first. Like this is a really funny little gag, but 35 minutes into it,
you guys look adorable.
This is what your face looks like up close. You're just as handsome as ever, my friend.
Do you? Does anybody have any mints though? Because
I have gum in my mouth. You smell like coffee, black coffee, nasty
I got
sludge.
Guys, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You have such a fun story. Your family is fun. Your content is fun. How did it? Let's go to the very beginning. How did it start?
Wow, started while I was a teacher. So before I did this, I taught at Orchard Lake St. Mary's for 15 years, and while I was there, I started filming these sports videos for the teams, and that would start to get traction with the school. And I was the teacher that made the cool videos and all this stuff. And I actually DM'd Jessica Dupneck at Fox 2, and I said, hey, we had this pretty cool story. There's a teacher here that's making all these videos. And she was like, yeah, I want to come out and I'll do the story. So I did the story with Jessica, and I was like, I'm going to be so famous now. And absolutely nothing happened. And so it's always been a passion of mine. So I would continue making these videos, and then COVID hit, and I had no students to film with. I was teaching at home, and at that time, my daughter was 3.5, and my son was 6 months old.
Oh, God bless you.
Yes. And Steph was working in the healthcare industry at the time, so she was gone all day. So everybody knows, like, it was trying to pass time with those little kids was insane. So I was like, let's just make some random videos. And I started making
Wait. Let me go back to like what that
the truth emerges, like. Everybody.
Yeah. No. So my whole career was in sales and marketing, but I just happened to be working in the healthcare industry at the time. And so I'm going to work every day. It was the point of, you strip your clothes off before you in the garage.
Did you guys wash your groceries? Right? Yeah. We all did. We all have been there.
That's where we drew the line. That's where the line was drawn. But it was right at that time. And so I would come home and I'd be like, why is there a full camping tent in our family room? Yeah. And like there'd be like a wagon in the house. It was a complete disaster. Like he just had stuff everywhere.
It was like a free pass though. Like you could do whatever you wanted. You wouldn't get it. It was like, COVID,
Ice cream for breakfast, COVID.
Right? Yeah. Tents in the living room, COVID.
Yeah. COVID. Yeah. So that's what I would come home to. And he started really getting into it like very quietly on the side. Like when we started kind of going back into society, and I'd have a friend, we'd be sitting outside talking, and I'd walk in the house, and all of a sudden I'd see Kevin like with a tripod in front of him and a wig on, and he'd be like, rush to take it off. And be like, looking at me all sheepish.
No, honestly, it's COVID, right? It's making me do it. Was there any shame? Because like sometimes when people talk about being, what's the word that we call influencers? Like you guys are, like, I don't know what you guys are. You're content creators. Some would say influencers.
Yeah. Some
people can carry a stigma with that. Like in the beginning, was that a little, because that was a big transition from a teacher to this.
I have absolutely zero shame.
Yes,
I will do that. I will do whatever it takes to get a laugh. So that was just me. But we gained so much traction. I was still teaching at the time, and we had about 4 million followers on TikTok. And
okay, wait, stop. 4 million followers on TikTok.
Yes,
and this was as it was starting, really.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So TikTok was the main vessel for getting that content out initially.
Correct. Initially.
Okay, so you start with a TikTok with a TikTok platform, and the videos are popular there. Do you think like I need to post these on Facebook and on YouTube? And no, not.
I at that time I did not. I was like, I'm still full-time job as a teacher. I'm like, I can do one platform. This is what I can do, and it was getting, there was some success, and I was getting these small brand deals where it was like the same amount of pay as being a substitute teacher. So I was like, this is insane. I just made a whole day's worth of money. And finally, fast forward to like 2 years of doing it, I think I had around 6 million on TikTok. Stephanie and I had talked about it, and she convinced me to go full time. And the only way to go full time was to start posting on YouTube. So after many discussions, many conversations, I decided to take the leap, and that was 3.5 years ago. And I had 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. And fast forward to today, we're at 15.9 million subs with 23 billion views.
Yes, I have many questions about that, but I have to go back. Like, at what point when you first started seeing the nonsense, the wagons and the wigs and the tents and stuff, like at what point between that and then it sounds like you were the one who kind of maybe nudged him a bit to go full time? Like, at what point were you like, oh, all right, that's cool. That's cool. I love you.
So a lot of things happened with it. At one point, I was like, look, I think you can make money. And he only had a few 100,000 subscribers on TikTok.
Why do you guys keep saying really big numbers and then saying only before? Like,
well,
what are you doing?
Can't really make a living on that number of subscribers. I guess that's why I say that.
Okay.
Like it's a grind. It's a grind, and you have to keep creating content and you know, over time things happen, but these brand deals, those are work too. They have stipulations where, you can't have logos showing. You have to have things lit properly. There's certain call to action that they'll have in there. So there's all kinds of things that go into that. So I wrote an email template for Kevin to use to start reaching out to brands to be like, hey, this is who we are. This is what we do. Do you have any work for us? And I remember we got our first brand deal, and it was for something for kids, and it was just a couple $100 that, like Kevin was saying, we were so excited about it, but he worked so hard firing off all these emails to all these brands, and then it started to pick up. So I started to see that there could be an opportunity to make some money here. That's also kind of how my character, I play a demon.
We've noticed this.
Yeah, it was super important. So I well thought out. While we were getting popular, everybody was like, "Where's the mom? Where's the mom?" Because it was dad and the kids, and so genius idea. I was like, you know what? We need to make her a demon that lives in a box. So before she goes off to work one day, I said, "Hey, honey, real quick, can you hop in this box, and I'm going to open it, and Audrey's going to throw a fruit snack at your head, and all you have to do is hiss and then go back down." So I did the video.
Wait. At that point, you felt confident enough to just go along with that.
I mean, he started to pull in some money.
I think she was just like, I don't even care anymore.
She wanted the fruit snack. Yeah. What do I got to do to get it?
But yeah, so I did that, and it went crazy. There was millions of views, and so from then on, every time Steph was in my videos, she played a demon, and that her character has evolved quite significantly, and she's become one of the main characters.
The ideas for the videos, where do those come from?
This crazy mind.
Yes. Well, the fact that you have pitched to your wife that she gets it to be a demon, I imagine that it is a crazy mind up there. But do you, because what you've outlined so far is that the content creator lifestyle, it is a grind, you said, but it requires real business planning. Mm-hmm. Do you have to sit down with a notebook and plan out your topics, your ideas, your post schedules, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, for just original content, we post a new video every day, and we want our kids to have as normal of a life as possible. So what we do is I'll write 50 skits, and then every 3 months, our production team will come on in, and we'll film 50 skits in 3 days. And so our kids actually only film 21 days a year. And then the rest of the time, they're just normal life, going to school, coming on home, doing their thing. So I write all 50 skits, and then I break those 50 skits out into individual shot lists so that when the producer comes and the cameraman comes, they know exactly where to go. So it's just like clockwork when they come on in, and we just keep moving. We hit 18 videos for day 1, 17 videos day 2, and 15 videos day 3. And then they leave. And then up until about 2 months ago, I was the one editing all of these videos.
Oh, good Lord.
And so each video would take me about 2 hours to edit. And so 50 videos at 2 hours a piece. You can do the math.
It's 100.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Yes. Thank you.
But luckily, we found an editor a little bit while ago. And so that has taken off a significant load.
Okay, so that's an incredible amount that you've done on your own. 2 months that you had. So are they using iPhones? Or are they using other
all
iPhones still? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's pretty incredible. And you say that you write them. I heard you on another podcast mention that at least for a time, your daughter had a little bit of a say, or she got a little creative with you. Is that still going on?
Yeah, both the kids.
Both
now.
the kids.
Braxton's now 5, and he'll be 6 in October. And so each of them always have at least once a month some type of skit idea. Braxton's so young, he's just like, I want a monster to eat you, Dad.
Yeah,
and so I'm like, that's a great
back
idea.
in the box.
But Audrey's actually developed quite a few that have. I think her best video has gotten 100 million views.
Whoa!
And it was a unicorn that came and attacked me. So
I want to watch it.
Yeah. Well, how does that work? Because that's such an incredible level of success. We do a little bit of social media for our it's
it's embarrassing to say
I just
it
have
to
to
these
keep looking
people.
at no, but just looking at your face this close
you
is
should just
very
pause it in the
intimate.
edit and just put like some music to it and just gaze.
Now that you have free time, you can do that, right? You can edit that more. Thank you. But no, that's such a massive level of success, and that's a beautiful thing to work on it with your daughter and creativity and da 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 da. But at the same time, you want her to have a normal life, and she does. But still, does she know what? I don't even remember what the number was. You said 100 million views. Does she
on her video,
understand the heft of that?
No, not at all. She has no clue. I mean, she knows it's significant. She knows that it's a big deal. But she's also like, hey, let's go outside and play basketball.
Sometimes we don't even know what those numbers mean, though. It's like that. So the YouTube channel has over 22 billion views on it, and to conceptualize that number is extremely challenging. But we also see all the work that goes into it. So when we really committed to this and said, okay, I was still working, so we weren't being reckless with providing for the family. But we said, what's their childhood experience going to be? And we stepped back. And so Kevin went to work on developing the other characters more, because it was a little more daddy-daughter. And we were like, what kind of pressure is that going to put on our daughter if this becomes what we do all the time? And we're like, we have to figure this out. If this is what we want to do, and it now allows me to be home more, which is huge. I was always traveling for work and out on the road. And so I get to be more involved. So he developed each character, and he spends countless hours in his office writing these skits and breaking them out. And then it transfers over to me, where I go take those shot lists, and I have to gather all the props, and I've got bins and stuff that I'm carrying up and down the stairs, and
we have
each
400 costumes in our basement.
It's insane.
Yep.
Halloween at your house must be
in
a
fact,
blast.
yeah. Brandon from here, he has my Batman costume right now.
Oh yeah, we got to get that back.
We could go bug him for it.
He's wearing it.
He
just
borrows a lot of costumes. He borrowed a Luigi costume from me. He kept it for a month and a half. I'm like, what are you doing with that? Whatever, just keep it.
You don't want to know.
No, I don't. The idea of social media and children, in your family, the kids are involved with these videos. Was there ever a time where you considered that not doing that? I guess what I'm asking is, there's the idea of not putting the kids on the internet. You see moms and dads that won't post pictures of their kids, or if they do, they put little emojis over their faces. But you guys have embraced that as a family mechanism. Did you ever consider not?
And for those parents that do that, more power to them. I think kids need to be protected. I think one of the things is we're doing it together as a family. We're an extremely strong family unit. Dad's right here. Mom, I will go into demon mode if I have to. But, we work really hard to keep our kids safe and give them a good life. And, it's not like we're signing them up for some odd meet and greet.
I think part of it's that, I'm just going to say it. I can't stand vlogging families. The ones that are like, hey guys, welcome to us. We're at the gas station, going to buy some candy bars.
Or like the kid starts
Billy,
crying.
let's watch you cry for 10 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Like, I can't stand that.
Yeah, your kids. I mean, either you do a really good job of making me think that you smell really nice, Derek. They seem like they're having fun.
Yes.
Like they seem to enjoy it.
It is so much fun when we film. And like, just to my other point, like, nobody ever sees the real McCartys. We are all skits that are written based on characters. I'm the clumsy one. Steph is a demon. Audrey, there's some truth to each of them. Audrey is the smarts, and Braxton is the Tasmanian devil. And so he's indestructible. And so when we put that stuff out there, they're not necessarily seeing who we really are. So we don't show our personal lives out there.
Do the kids' friends see them in the videos? And what do they think about it?
They think it's the coolest thing in the world.
Of course they do.
Day one of school is usually pretty fun.
Of course.
When they first went to the school.
Are they like lobbying you to get in your videos?
Oh, gosh.
I bet they are. Yeah.
Every day, Audrey will come back home and she'll be like, hey, so-and-so wants to be in a video. And I'm like, hey, no.
What is the secret sauce of making a video go big? Because Alan and I feel like on a much smaller scale and certainly a lot less successful scale than you guys. I mean, we're posting stuff to YouTube and Spotify, and we're trying to do TikTok and Instagram. It's hard to do it all. I completely understand why you say, I cannot be a full-time teacher or in the healthcare industry and do this, because this is a lot of work. But what's the secret sauce in making it go viral?
I mean, you're onto it right now with you two sitting so close together. Like, that is an intro. That right there should be the intro to this act, the whole thing. And I'm partly joking, but the first 3 seconds of your video are the most important 3 seconds of everything. People are going to swipe within the first 3 seconds if they don't like what they see. You need to keep them interested. Somehow, emotionally, you need to tug on something. So if it's making them angry, if it's making them laugh, if it's scaring them. Every one of my videos, if you go look at them, the first 3 seconds are always something very intense. And then I can get into all my other stuff. But I've already grabbed their attention and locked them in there for the remainder.
As someone who fails at all these, so, if you talk fails, like metrics, I do it because it's fun, but also we do like our little Weatherboys thing, and we try to get some traction, and it just doesn't happen. And it seems to me that there are different skill sets for each social media. But you went from only 6 million on TikTok, which I'm sure is more now, to, you said billions of streams on YouTube. To me, that's a different skill set. Is it, in fact, was it hard to make that transition? No,
it was not, just because we actually post the same content from TikTok to YouTube. That's the exact same. That's what I did. And it worked. So the content that I had produced on TikTok was good enough for the fans on YouTube. They're all new fans. The people on TikTok don't travel over to YouTube.
Oh, now I know that you guys put a lot of work into this, and it's not like when people say like, oh, the overnight success story. I know a lot went into it, but at the same time, it also sounds like it's been a pretty steadily little success, bigger success to the top. Like, was there a moment where you're like second guessed, like quitting your job, or you thought, oh man, this just isn't going to go as far as we thought?
Yeah, go on.
So to go back on the, capturing the first few seconds in growth, a lot of people say, hey, I'm trying to work on my YouTube channel. I'm posting like every couple weeks. That consistency, it's key. And so you do have to go full time for that. You do have to invest full time.
That's what you guys do every day.
Correct.
It's posted every day. We don't film every day. That wouldn't be great for the kids, but we post every single day. And eventually, we're growing our brand and expanding our franchise as far as the things that we're doing, and happy to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with that. But the posting cadence is super, super important to have that. And Kevin's done a phenomenal job with that. But as far as giving up, it's like the benefits that we have for being with our kids. Like, are there times where we're so tired we just want to cry, or our bodies are so tired from production is a lot to move at that speed for us, and for me hauling props and demon crawling like we have to bring in the chiropractor.
I heard a recent stat that said by the time your kid is 12, you have lived 75% of their life already. By the time they're 18 or 16, it's 90%, and then they're they're their own independent person at that point. So this was something where you guys said we want to be more around, like we want to be more present in here, and this gives you the opportunity to do exactly that.
100%. That's super important to us.
It's such a blessing. Like it's insane to think back, because I mean, luckily when I was teaching, I had summers off, and Stephanie was able to, I didn't have to get a second job because of Stephanie's job, and so I got to enjoy that. But Steph, man, she worked, traveled so much, so to be able
traveling's tough. To
be able to have her come on full time with us, doing this full time, and having both parents here, it was an adjustment at first for sure. Working with your spouse, but
you guys really seem to like each other. You really do seem to like each other, but there must be some times where you want to just demon crawl away somewhere, right?
I think, in the beginning it was a learning curve where it had to be like, we had to very consciously sit down and be like, I'm your wife, you're my husband. Yes, we're business partners.
In demon voice, she said it there.
You're my husband. But so we did have to work through that, and just being conscious of it. To us, our marriage is extremely important. It is number one.
Yeah.
That's what holds the family together. We're both products of 90s divorces. Like they were unhinged.
The good ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like there needs to be a study on those. They were quite incredible. And so, no, that's super important for us. So have we gotten to the point where it's like, okay, we need to sit down and chat because this doesn't feel good? Mm-hmm. Yes, but we were best friends to start. We're best friends now. I think it makes us closer. We riff ideas off of each other, and our skill sets are very, very different.
I want to get into that because I do see that there, and I'm learning that you're good at certain things. You're good at certain things. How do you split up the duties?
She does all the finances. I have no idea what we make. But no, she does all of that. The business side of things is all Stephanie. That's all her background, and I am straight creative. So I think splitting that up has worked out.
Yeah, it's all logistics. So costumes, wardrobes, props, finances, all of those things. That's all me. Contract reviews, dealing with attorneys, and all that fun jazz. I get all the boring stuff. Which is why I like if I have to build a prop or something. It's, right. It's like a cool challenge where I'm like, oh, okay, I can figure this out. But he handles a ton of creative. I mean, he's doing a ton of emails back and forth with brands and stuff like that. But he's the more creative side on that end of it.
The life of content creation, it feels like the finance part of it is like there's money in the views and there's money with the sponsorships. Does it ever get upsetting? Because we hear all the time how the algorithm has changed. And I'm guessing you guys are very familiar when something like that happens. Does that get frustrating? Or have you noticed it?
It seems like it doesn't, because all your videos have all the views. Like, does it not apply to you guys?
Look,
you have demon powers?
I'm a therapist, too.
She is my I am 100% into every video, every day, analytically. So I look at the analytics, I study the analytics, I do all the things. So when I see this start to go like this, I immediately have a panic attack. I'm like, what is this? What's happened? We're losing everything.
We suck now.
We suck. Nobody likes us. And then Stephanie's like, honey, you got to zoom out. And then you look at it, and she's been able to really, really help me from the business side of things to look at it from a whole of like not just one day. Let's look at the last 365 days. How is that chart gone?
So personal to him, and it's like it's also a business, and all businesses go up and down, and so it's a constant conversation.
So speaking of getting personal, we're very personal right now. There are comments on social media, and those can get personal. Do you guys read the comments?
I used to we get like 10,000 comments every 2 days. So it's just like I stopped reading them after a while. I'll still comb through every once in a while just so that I can keep in touch with some of the fans. But I think Steph had a harder time adjusting to comments than I did.
Well, yeah. I mean, people weren't very nice.
Yeah, people are mean to women. I feel, at least in our industry, like the things that the ladies have to deal with is like 100 to 1.
Yeah, and it's funny how it affects certain people differently. When people, like somebody made fun of me, like 2 weeks ago, I got an email and it said, hey, your new haircut, did you lose a bet? And I was able to laugh at that because it doesn't bother me as much, but
it was true.
But I feel like that could be more difficult for a woman.
Yeah, it definitely has challenges. Thankfully, everyone's nice to the kids. Those are overwhelmingly positive comments. When it comes to me, I got to learn some new slang. It was the word chopped. And it was, why does the mom look so chopped? And I was like, oh,
that sounds like a compliment.
Right.
My muscles,
That's
I'm
what
ripped.
I thought. Yeah.
And I Googled it, and it means undesirable and ugly. I was like, oh. And so it hurt my feelings for a minute. But then I go back and think, like, what does it take for someone to actually put that out there and type that? You're not happy. You are mean. I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing for me was when it first started was not responding, because I don't respond to anything negative. I don't want any negative press. But man, behind, like, if you saw me on my phone, I'm like, oh yeah, you answer? Okay, I will joke it. Don't you say chopped.
Go ahead.
So you do these videos. How old are your kids now?
9 and 6.
9 and 6, and it's all a fun family affair. And you mentioned earlier something about like future stuff. Like what future stuff, and like there's got to be a point, and I hope I'm wrong, but we all have kids here. There's got to be a point. There comes a point where we're not cool anymore as parents to kids, and they probably won't want to do this at some point, maybe, possibly. So do we just put them in the box with the demon and force it? Yeah.
You know, we had an agreement from the beginning. If this becomes miserable for our kids and they're not having a great childhood and loving it, then we got to figure something else out. You know, thankfully we had careers before, but we don't want to go back. So we work really hard to make it fun. And we started working with an animation production company that is just phenomenal. They're amazing people. They love the kids. They've gotten to know our kids. She's a major producer, Wind Sun Sky Entertainment, introduced through our agent Viral Nation. And so they're working on an animation that Kevin's currently teasing out because it's a really long process.
I've seen it. It looks cool.
Called Camp McCarty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we just shot our first live stream ticketed event. So it's called The Real McCarty's, a spooky special. And tickets go on sale on the website on September 16th. We are super excited about it. It's going to air on October 4th. And so people can get the tickets and interact with us in real time on it on that date, or they can get the tickets and then watch it on demand at another time if they can't make that date.
And so you guys are going to be like on stage? Or
So
what's the set? What's it?
We've pre-recorded a 40-minute special, spooky special, and then the last 10 minutes will be us live with the fans.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then we'll introduce our music video after. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a composer named Basics, super cool. They just created a theme song for it, and it is like super catchy. We can't wait to release it.
I'm super excited for the animation. Alan and I started doing some animation too. So like the Weatherboys, we have a few episodes where we're kind of discussing science topics as cartoons. And I didn't expect them to hit as much as they have. People seem to really like that. And from what I've seen of Camp McCarty, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're leaning on the spooky side of things. The two characters we've animated so far are Audrey and the clown Jingle Jangle. I actually flew out to Vancouver to the studio and I put on the mocap suit. And so when you see Jingle Jangle on my videos, it's actually me.
Wait, you are a superhero now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude, how fun was that?
It's pretty sweet. It was so hot. I took that thing. I was soaked when I was like, do you really want this back?
They're like, keep it.
Give it to Brandon.
What is the hope with the animated series? Is that it's another brand? Because I'm learning here from you guys. There's a lot of different arms here of your vision for the creative future of your family.
Yeah, so we've actually pitched it to a major streaming platform a couple weeks ago. And this live event will also catapult us into firing that off into other pitches as well. So we finally, after a year and a half of working on it, we finally are in the pitch phase. And so we started pitching it out, and it's been super fun.
Who leads the pitches?
That's actually, we're lucky to have our team. They know exactly how to do this stuff. So we actually do everything side by side. Kev won't go on camera without me.
It's true though. I won't fly without her, and I won't go on camera without her. But when we did the pitch, am I allowed to say who we pitched to or no? Okay, no.
It rhymes with just kidding. Don't get in trouble.
When we did the pitch, we were with our team, and they were like, okay, so this is what you guys are going to do. And it was basically like the whole pitch. And I was like, why am I leading this entire thing right now? But it went so amazing. So luckily it all worked out. We're excited.
I could see them throwing some like industry terms at you and be like what's the PE ratio for the blah blah. I'm gonna pitch that one over here.
Honey, what is that? Yeah. You guys are having the live event. I'm sure it's local, right? Your event that's coming up.
International.
Right. So it's not in an area because they have.
No. So when they buy the ticket, they'll go to it's going to be therealmccartys.com. They'll be able to watch the 35.
Oh, and interact virtually because that's
yeah.
It's my first day. But the whole point of that was to ask, like, because you know about all the analytics. Like, obviously, you guys are all over the world. Like, is there like an area where like you're most popular, or is it all like kind of random and scattered?
So our number one audience is the United States. We get about 200 million views a month from the U.S. And then it goes to India as our second most popular place. So if we went somewhere in India, we would probably be recognized by.
Do you get recognized around here?
Oh yeah, we do. It's fun. The kids like it. Nobody's been too weird, so it's been great.
No, people have been thankfully very, very respectful. So
we love it. I love when people come up and recognize us. It's so fun to interact with people, and it's just the kids love it too. So.
It's a lonely world too, right? When I'm trying to explain to someone that my day was stressful because I had to demon crawl for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Nobody can relate to that. Nobody's like, oh yeah,
they're
I
like,
had
thanks,
that.
I was in traffic for 10 hours.
Do you have a video that's your favorite? Both of you.
This live event special is going to be pretty sweet. Gosh, I do. I haven't released it yet. I can show you guys.
Wait, your favorite video is one that you just shot?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We started using the green screen like 3 to 6 months ago.
You know, we're green screen professionals, right? As meteorologists.
Nice.
Yes.
That's true. That is true.
If you need somebody.
We'll take all the tips for sure. Can you fit in a Yeti suit? Let me.
For sure.
Okay, so as far as what's next, it's the live special.
Yep.
It's the animated series. Is there any, we get hooked on with a big streaming service and then it's just full steam ahead for you guys?
That's the plan. That's ultimately the plan. There's other stuff in the works. We're working on a game show with a phenomenal producer named Kevin Healy. He's produced all of like Kevin Hart's content, and he's amazing. We got to meet with him recently, and so he's working on setting up that whole thing, kind of a reboot of like Legends of the Hidden Temple.
The best show ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of 90s right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So we're really excited about that. And that's, again, not a full-time commitment to shoot something like that. Like the kids can still have normal lives. So
Do you ever pinch yourself and think, I can't believe I'm living this life right now? I mean, you're talking agents, you're talking international shows, you're talking Legends of the Hidden Temple reboot style game show. I mean, did you ever think in a million years in COVID that this is where it was all going to lead?
I have to pinch him.
Yeah.
Because he's in it.
I'm so in it every day that it's hard for me to. The way I told Steph the other day, because we talk out every night. We'll talk. We have our time, and when something amazing happens, it's like you're on like this road going up a hill, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this just happened!" And I look up, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." And then I'm straight back to driving. So I get like 10 seconds of like, yeah, and then I'm like, "How do I stay up here?"
Right. That's got to be why. I mean, that's got to be why you're successful, because you need to keep doing that. Like, they say like you don't want to meet your heroes because you'll be disappointed. Like, I feel like sometimes that applies to like jobs.
Are you disappointed?
Jobs and stuff. No, when I met Derek years ago, so that's old hat. But like you guys, it sounds like you have, I don't know if your dream job, but a dream job, a job that's like really incredible that you aimed for. Is there anything that like that isn't what you thought it would be in either direction, better or worse?
I think the thing that is the best for me is actually being there and looking at the kids. Those are the like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I get to be here, and I get to be here for this moment. And that happens all the time. The work itself, we get to laugh, we get to enjoy it. Our kids are having fun. That stuff is huge. But again, like when production comes up, we're gearing up. Like, and it is hard work. So for the people that think, oh, hey, I'm just going to go get famous off of this and go grow my subs, by all means, chase your dreams, go for it, but be ready to work. It is hard. And I know we're going to get a lot of hate for that. We're going to get a lot of hate for saying that. I mean, we've already had...
the comments are already coming in. Yeah, we can read them. Yeah.
I'll just be reading them.
What does it mean when you're chopped? Why are they saying that?
Yeah.
Every comment is chopped. That's it.
Brandon Hudson came to our house and did an interview, and people were like, get your work boots back on. Time to work. And I'm like, oh, my God, we are working so hard right now. And I still have mud on my work boots from before. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think for me, the kids thing, like just being able to, at any time I wanted, if I could go pick them up. I could do whatever. Like not many people get to do that, and to be able to enjoy certain things that that just normally don't happen in a typical, married couple's life. They're both working. It's been insane. But I will say the one thing that I've welcomed the challenge, but I had no idea was how hard it is. It is so freaking hard to do. Not just like
coming up just mentally. It's like a mental just, you know what I want to say every single time.
Yeah. Do you get, because a lot of the content has been, I think I read that 75% of the content is family related content. And the kids right now are young and cute. And do you worry that like as they become teenagers that you're going to run out of content? Or just the idea of like it'll be different? The content will grow as we all grow.
Yeah, I think that if you look through the videos over the past few years, that's what we do. We've grown with changing. Audrey at one point was what Braxton is now. It was I can say whatever I want to say, and it is the cutest thing in the world.
Yes, and
she's beautiful, and she's turned into an amazing young lady. And I'm also adjusting my content because of that too. Now she's not the little girl that could say anything, but she's the smartest girl in the room, who is the sassy one to the dad a little bit and knows everything.
You guys could also just pop out more kids like every decade. You know what I mean? Just to start it right.
What do you think about
Not possible,
just an
fellas.
idea?
Not possible.
I'm not going to say that conversation didn't come up a couple years ago when I was looking at that algorithm, though, and I was like, no.
Honey, but look at the views.
So when somebody asks my kids what do they want to be when they grow up, they say a weatherman because that's what dad is. So, I'm going to be a weatherman. So your kids are growing up in this entertainment industry. So are you going to keep your home in Michigan after you move out to California for Hollywood when your kids want to become actors and actresses?
Staying.
We're the couple that goes to California when needed, and we always have our home base.
You're
here
the
in
Jeff
Michigan.
Daniels,
Yes,
right?
basically that is what we
yeah.
are.
Our family's here.
Our family's here, and they help us out so much. And we've been to California many a times, and it's not a place we want to raise our family.
Jeff Daniels actually says he's the McCartys. Yeah, that's what he says. All right, guys, this is awesome. One more time, let's promote the live stream. So tell everybody how they can find out that information and when it happens.
Website will go live on September 16th. It'll be therealmccartys.com. It's a paid ticketed event. It's a 30-minute special, 40-minute special that airs on October 4th. And you can see us live there after the show.
And can you promise us right now that once Camp McCarty takes off, we can do a collaboration with the animated Weatherboys coming to Camp McCarty? Because that would be pretty sweet, right?
That sounds very simple. I'm sure we can just really
only
quick.
if you get the weather right.
Well, we're out.
He had to dig. He had to dig.
We're going to delete this whole interview. Actually.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. You guys are like a huge inspiration to us and to, I think, a lot of people. And it's just, you brought joy to many people that watch your videos. They're a lot of fun. So keep them coming.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much for
Thank
having
you
us,
for
guys.
having
Appreciate it.
All right. You want to get in here and do
one more time?
And do the
really
goodbye
quick?
together?
What? Goodbye.
No, you've got
What's
to
the
read the
goodbye?
thing. The thing.
What am I? Do you guys see what I'm reading? Well, it's just so everyone knows. There's no. Oh, okay.
It's in my head.
Okay.
You can.
I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay. You can watch all of the Weatherboys content by subscribing to our channel on YouTube, as well as listening to all of the episodes on Spotify. And of course, Fox Local. It is free to download, and the entire Weatherboys library is there for you to watch.
Smash and subscribe.
Smash and subscribe. That's still not quite right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next time. Goodbye.